Hello, and welcome to Tricky, Dads on a Map show where we talk about trick taking, shedders, climbers, and other card games. As you can see, I'm all alone this week. Most of the guys are off at DomeCon starting today, having lots of fun. I've been seeing lots of pictures already of a lot of cool games being played out there. So for me, being a Dome canter, I decided to take up the helm of the stream today and stream a very interesting little game called For Northwood. It's right there. Designed and illustrated by Will Sue and published by Side Room Games. This is a game that was on GameFound, I believe, last year. And came back to backers, and it's interesting because it is a solo-only trick-taking game, which is obviously something you don't get a lot. So, going to be fun to show you guys that. I found it very interesting and a very cool game to play around when you have some time. So, hopefully, y'all can enjoy it too. But first, some housekeeping. Once again, this is Dads on a Map. If you're watching here live or after the fact on YouTube or from BGG, thank you for watching. We are a kind of conglomerate of different board gaming spheres, having Tricky being about card games, the Coin Collectors about war games, the Choo Choo Crew with their trading games, and then the main host show, Dads on a Map, covering all things board games, but mostly talking about them dusty old Euros and some other things in between. Like I said, they're all at DomeCon this week, so this is a convention that happens once a year. Been going back and forth between KC and Dallas. Don't know what the plan is for next year, but you can kind of see what's going on. I'm sure we'll have a DomeCon live episode come out here, I believe, next week or the week after. So you can get a chance to listen, and if it sounds cool, you can go ahead and join next year. So start planning for that. And another kind of gatekeeping thing or bookkeeping thing here is that today, to hopefully get some more people in the stream, we went ahead and offered a giveaway for anybody that's watching live right now. And that giveaway is for a favorite around here, Seas of Strife. Originally Strife, then turned to Texas Showdown, and now Seas of Strife, the new version from Rio Grande Games. If you are watching here on Twitch, if you can leave a comment, that'll be entered for a chance to win that. And I'd love to know what games you want to see on stream for the future, because that's once we find the number of players we have, it's one of the hardest things, just figuring out, okay, now what do we stream? Because there's a lot of games that are options, and it's it's easy to just pick the ones I love, but it's more enjoyable if we know that we're bringing games that people want to see out there to other people. So I'll probably mention that a couple more times, but if you of course want a chance to win a copy of Seas of Strife, just put a note in the chat and you will be a possible winner. And we'll do that at the end of the stream here today. So for Northwood, like I said, solo only trick taking game that has a deck of 4 suits, 1 through 8. Those suits being the flower suit, the claw suit, the eye suit, and the leaf suit. And basically, it is played over 8 rounds, which are called dialogues for Northwood, because we as the players are trying to unite the 8 different fiefs, which are up here, for Northwood, in order to unite the whole kingdom. And so each round, we'll be using this little guy to choose a fief that we want to visit to try to get its ruler to join the side of Northwood. And when we do that, you can kind of see here too, it's kind of cool. You move them down, and they say for Northwood. So fun, cute thing. The other thing, as we're doing that, is we're trying to score points. So you can see here, there's kind of a breakdown of levels you can win at. 20 points, making you have a gold cup, 18 a silver, and then 16 a bronze, and anything other than that, you didn't do good enough. So each different fief has a certain number of stars associated with it. So actually this one has 3, and it kind of goes in a kind of opposite direction. So the outside ones, the 7 and the 0, have 4 stars, then 3, 3, 2, 2, and then going down to 1 and 1 for the 3 and 4. Because they are set up that way because of the numbers mean how many tricks you have to win in that dialogue with that ruler. So if I'm here trying to sway the Lady of Flowers, I must win 6 tricks during our play. So how does that actually play out in a solo, especially? So for the game, basically each trick is just started off with flipping a card for the ruler. So we'll click this, and it'll show a ruler statement. Now, for Northwood is a must-follow game. So in this case, we would have to follow the I suit here, which is pretty easy. We have 2 eyes, so you can go ahead and do that. And whenever you win a trick, you put it over here in your score pile to show that you did win said trick. And then we would go to the next one. Say, oh, 8 of claws, definitely can't beat that. So if you can't win, you drop in the discard pile. Keep going through like that. 2, 1, so on and so forth. This is basically showing different conversations we're having with said ruler. But one thing about each ruler, as you can see on them, is they also have a favorite conversation topic, which is noted by their colors or their suit, and would be known to us usually the trump suit. So in this instance, in an instance where, let's say they played, I had this 7 and they played this 6. I don't have any claws, so I could go ahead and play the 7 there and win that trick with the trump suit of Lady of Flowers. I probably would not pick the Lady of Flowers to go for 6 tricks, having only 1 of the trump suit originally, but that's just how it would work out. The other thing you can do before each trick you play is use one of your allies. So you start with 4 different allies. We're playing the kind of full game, not the new game. There's one version you can play with. You always start with the jacks and take out a couple of the different rulers. But in ours, we're going ahead and do this in random, which gives us 1 ally of each suit and puts 1 other different ruler of 2 of each suit up here in different spots. And so what you can do before each trick is use one of your allies. Each ally has a different ability, and so we'll kind of go over the ones that we have for our game, but you can kind of see they each kind of do something different. So like this one lets you discard more cards. This one allows you to do move the visiting card to up or down one, kind of gives you more flexibility. So a couple other things you can do. Whenever you use them, you'll just turn them to the side, and then you'll play that trick. And you can only use 1 ally per trick. So use an ally, play that trick. Then you can use another ally if you have one available. And then the round ends, or the dialogue ends, once either you run out of cards, or since there are ways to draw more cards, the deck could also run out. So when either of those happens, you'll check and see if your score matches the current fief you're in. If it does, then you win that fief. You move them down. If not, you discard that ruler and you flip this over to show, nope, I didn't get that one. Then you would just reset everything, then choose another fief to go to. The one thing other is, as you win fiefs, you get their rulers on your side, and so you can choose to use them instead of one of your other allies for a turn. Now what that do is after you get your cards, choose which one you want to go to. Any of the rulers that you still have available, you can choose and cover up one of your allies. Now what this does, of course, lets you use their ability for that round, but even if you don't use it during that trick play, you still lose it no matter what. So when we go to reset, it'll get discarded even if you did not use its ability. And so that's the basics. We'll play through the 8 rounds, trying to see how many points we can score, and then at the end we'll just see how we stack up on here. 20 points being the maximum amount of points you can get, so that's why it's the gold standard there. And I guess I don't have to ask if anybody has any questions because it's just me. But we'll go ahead and set up a new random game, and we'll be able to get going. So it looks like we have a couple people in the chat so far. Matt said that he wants to see Strickling or Monster Trick, and then Kyle with Arum, which are both ones that definitely want to. And Matt kind of has a good pull since he's on the streams most of the time. So I'm sure we'll get Stickling to there at some point. But for now, we'll go ahead and get going. So we'll go over the allies that I have to start out the game. Oh, and the one thing I didn't say, just make sure, is the allies stick around even if you use them. So it's only the ones that the rulers you choose to play go away, but your allies, even if you use them during the round, they always come back and refresh each round. So we have the King of Leaves that says look at the top card of the deck, exchange it with a card in your hand. You have the King of Flowers says discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. The King of Eyes it says name a suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. And then the Queen of Claws says draw the top card from the deck, the discard pile, and the score pile. So a way to kind of do a couple things. So it's very interesting ones. So we look at our hand. We have some strong flowers. We have some kind of weak everything else. We're not really short in any suit. So we have maybe like something like this, the Jack of Flowers, that we could definitely probably get 5, I would assume. And maybe exactly 5. But we could also maybe go down here to one of these where we don't have a lot, but we're kind of running into the issue where we could get caught. A couple other tricks with some of our high cards. So for now, this first one will play it safe and go for the Jack of Flowers. So then first trick, we don't really care about using our allies right now. So we'll go ahead and play. But at 3, well, I could lose this one or win this one early. Having a few high cards, it may be dangerous to win early, but I'll go ahead and win one early. So then we'll go ahead and flip another one. Well, I've got 2 already. So we may be looking at some of these discard cards pretty quick. 2 cards with value of 9 could come into play pretty easily. I just have to make sure I keep cards with a value of 9 together. All right, the next card is a 2. Well, once again, win another trick. Already at 3. The 8. So here I could go ahead and trump right now. And see, I have a 7 and 2. Those are good ones to equal 9 with. So I may go ahead and pull out the trump, but I may go ahead and do it the low trump. Keeping the 8. 4. Okay. Well, knowing I have this, and knowing I have that discard, unless a black comes out, I shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and just play this so I can see what happens next. Perfectly. So I play the 8. Oh, wait, I meant to play that there. Cool. So I play the 8. The 8 does win the trick since it is the trump. And then I can go ahead and use the King of Flowers before my turn to discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. Discard the 7 and the 2. And then that ends the dialogue. So I have exactly 5 tricks. So the Jack of Flowers is for Northwood. He joins our side. And then we reset. Okay. So once again, a lot of flowers in hand. And then no yellow, which means I'm not going for the Queen of Leaves for sure. The hardest part about this one is choosing when to do like the 7 and 0, because you're going to have to at some point. You want to do it earlier than later, not get stuck with a bad hand trying to win none or win most of them. The ruler we have is discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit, which we could bring along and try to do one of these low ones. I don't know if we could catch 0 with all of these high cards in hand, but we could try to catch just 1. Yeah, let's go for it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the Jack of Flowers. So with that, ooh, we have a lot of good discard ones. And so we'll go ahead and cover the Queen of Claws. And then we don't really want to use anybody yet. We want to see what happens. So we have to win one trick out of these 8. So let's see what happens. 2. Well, there's the one trick. That was very, very quick. All right. So we won our one trick. So now we need to figure out what we need to discard. So what I probably want to do first is do this one, to discard all cards matching its suit. Well, I don't really, I have the 2. I'm not too worried about that. Maybe I'll do the King of Eyes now. And I'll name flowers. So I'll get to draw 2 and then discard all flower cards. Oh, well. I really wish I would have not, because then I would have been able to play on those. Alright, well, then we have to play. Okay, we lose that one. Now, I think it's a good time to go ahead and use Jack of Flowers now to discard this card. So now we just gotta lose all 3. And, ooh, we already did. So that's a win. So what we're going to have to do now is, oh wait, I don't think we can fix this. Nope. So there's no way to get out of winning the 2 tricks because I covered up the Queen of Claws. Probably should have done that. So we'll just go ahead and play it out. Yeah, see, we would have lost this one. Probably would have played something like that. And then, yep, lost that one. So we didn't do it though. We did not get them to come along, so they flipped over. They're not going to help us out. And we need to reset. All right. So, little setback, but we're doing all right. Ooh, but this hand is a very good hand, I think, to go for the Prince of Eyes. Having 4 trump. It's not too much other high cards, but we can probably do, hopefully, a little bit to mess with that. So, we'll go for it. We'll go ahead and start off. And I don't think I need to look at the top card and exchange it yet. So we'll go ahead and play it. Oh, okay. So early one we can trump with the eye suit. Then, I'm going to go ahead and use the King of Eyes now. Because I can name the flower suit, but then draw 2 cards. Ooh, which helped out a lot. Discard all the flower cards, and I have a lot of leaves and a lot of eyes. So then here, we can go ahead and trump that again. Going here, we have to play one of our trumps. Here. Alright, we're going to have to start getting rid of some of these. Knowing we have these 2, I need 2 more and hoping that I can catch one with one of these cards. So maybe it's time to look at the top card. No, we'll go ahead and do one more. Okay, yeah. Alright, so let's look at the top card of the deck and exchange it with the card in our hand. Okay, so we can exchange it with this 5. And that flips, we take it with the 7. Take this one with the 7 as well. Could end up in trouble here again. That'll let me draw a lot of cards. But I think I'll wait till I play my 8 to possibly get out of it. Let's flip. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and draw that, do that. And then since we're only at 6, we're in a little bit of trouble. We need one more, and I have to be guaranteed that. So we're going to go ahead and use the Queen of Claws. To let me draw the top card from the deck, discard pile, and discard pile, which gives me an 8, an 8, and now at 4. Oh, we would have done it. Well, too late now. We took away a score from us, but we have a little bit of chance to get it back. Okay, so we do have the 8. And now we have to We need 7. Yeah, we gotta get rid of stuff. 'Cause it could be in trouble. Yeah. Um, yeah, we could have had it, but now we don't. So we took 8. We only needed 7, which means another failure. I guess I'm just not. Apparently, I'm only good when there's other people around. Don't know how to play these solo trick taking very well. But that gets a reset there. And then we will check what's going on. So I already lost a solid 7 points from here, which if you can do the math at home, 20 points is the most. I'm not going to get a medal here, but we got to keep going forward. Got to keep pushing. So we have a lot of flowers again. Only one eye. Only one claw. And then some kind of lowers there. Not as really low though. So what I could do is something like the Baron of Eyes. Try to discard a lot of these cards. Man, 2 is still hard, but itself. And these, this is a discard. All right. We're gonna try low again. You can't, third time's the charm here. So we'll start the trick play. There's one of them already. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is do the King of Eyes again and name the flower suit. So hopefully we can get rid of all these flowers at least, not one of those. All right, and that's not too bad. We got a couple options. Maybe we should have done that to begin with. Let's go to that. 4. So I just need one more. But I could be in trouble with the blue. But I think I'll be alright if I go ahead and take this one now. The 3, okay. So we don't have the options with the 3, so we're going to discard that. 6, okay. Discard a 3 again. There we go. Got rid of our trump. And discard that. Hey, there we go. The Baron of Eyes is for Northwood as well. And we have another on our team. So we'll go ahead and reset. Look in here. We have no blue. Couple claw. We have some high flowers and some high yellow. I think that means we gotta go for the Queen of Leaves right now. Leave these middling ones for, probably should have done them earlier, but we're leaving them for the middle. And then we have the Baron of Eyes. Possible if your next response is even, draw a card after responding. If it's odd, instead discard a card. It's a little funky. I don't think we're gonna need it quite yet. So go ahead and stave it off for maybe later. All right, so let's go ahead and start the trick play with a 1. Okay, we need 6. Do I go ahead and just drop a 2 here to possibly win? Yeah, I think we can do that. There's one of our 6. Oh, okay. Way to trump that one as well. That's giving us for sure 4. Oh. And I can go ahead and take this one as well for my 5th. Some low flowers left. I'll go ahead and trump this for now. Okay. Got a high claw. Go ahead and discard that. Do I need to use anything yet? No, I'm doing pretty well. Let's go ahead and keep going. Okay, that gets rid of that. Now I could be in trouble. I'll go ahead and look at the top card of the deck and exchange it with one in my hand. Wait. Oh, this is tough. I think we just go for it right now. Just see what happens here. All right, so we had trump. And now I think we got to do the the Queen of Claws again. And grab back this plus a card off the top. Ooh, which is the trump. Ooh, that's nice. So we need 2 tricks. We got 4 cards. Oh, we got to follow there. Must follow there. Now do we look at the top card of the deck? Yeah. So now we're gonna look at the top card of the deck. Exchange with one of our hands. Okay. I think what we do here is actually put back that, so it flips. We have to discard the 1, and then yes, play the 6. 6 takes it. We got 6 tricks, and the Queen of Leaves, our side, who gets to use the current ruler's ability by bringing her along. All right, back at it again. We have the Baron of Leaves, the Lady of Flowers, the Prince of Claws left, 3, 4, and 0. The 3 is actually kind of hard this round. The 4 as well. So is this the 0 round? What's their ability? Draw cards one at a time until you draw a card of the ruler's suit or decide to stop. So I wouldn't want to bring the Queen of Leaves in. The Baron of Eyes would be bad because it lets me discard cards. So what I think I will do is go ahead and put the Baron of Eyes on the team, and we'll go nil. We'll try to go nil. So we will start. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's not a good start. Let's go ahead and do this. So if our next response is even, meaning the next card play, draw a card after responding if it's odd, instead discard a card, hoping that we can play one of these ones and discard the 7 here. So we flip, yes. So we can go ahead and discard a 3, which lets us discard another card. At some point, we're going to have to use the Queen of Claws. Wait till maybe something's low, hopefully here. Play, okay. So that will let us play. We'll go ahead and play the 1 here. And then we'll use the Queen of Claws to draw the 3, the 1. Oh, I don't think I want to do that yet because that's Trump. I want to wait to see if I can get a different card that's not Trump out there. Yeah, like this. Okay, we're going to play the 1 here. And now use the Queen of Claws to draw back the 1, the 3, and the top card of the deck. Oh, it's an 8. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we should have to hope another flower comes out. Okay, that's still okay. We can do that. Oh, and now what I can do is discard 2 cards of the value of 9, discard this 8 and this 1. So then I'm all good there. I can play the 7 here. I can play the 2 here. But I have to hope this is a claw. If it's not a claw, or I can discard 2 cards. Could be in so much trouble just drawing 2. We haven't seen many claws. We're gonna try. I could have drawn a 2 and a 5. 5 claws. Okay, discard both claws. Ooh, I should have definitely done that. All right. Well, 11 lost. We lost to 0. This one's not going well for me. I remember the first time I played this game, I got a perfect score. I was like, oh, it's not that hard. And then, yeah, the consecutive plays showed me that that was completely wrong. All right. So we've got 2 options left. Lady of Flowers and the Baron of Leaves. We got a good amount of Trump high cards. So probably want to go for the Baron of Leaves this time. This ability says you may exchange a card in hand with the top card of the discard pile. That's the same value. Do the same for the score pile. I don't really care about using the Queen of Leaves, so we'll just go for it. Go for 4. Well, there's 1. Discard that. There's 2. Oh. There's 3. It is time for the Queen of Leaves to come back out. Let's draw some cards. Oh, don't mind those cards. Okay. Get underneath that with a 1. Now, I'm going to need a trump at some point, so we'll trump now because I need 4. A 6, we'll discard the 4. A 2, we'll play the 6. Yeah, because I can't make 9 anymore. And then we have to hope we can get rid of this 4 somehow. We'll go ahead and use the King of Leaves. Look at the top card. Exchange it with one in my hand. Perfect. And so that's a 4. I play a 2. That's a 1. Play the 2. That's an 8. Play the 1. All right. Back on the winning train for 1 point. And so that takes care of that one. And so go ahead and reset for the last time. And then look at what we have here. Looks like a lot of claw, a couple of trump for this round, a couple of that. And then the Lady of Flowers is discard a card that equal to the number of cards in your hand, which could be valuable. So it's going for a low number, so we'll go ahead and grab the Queen of Leaves and cover over the King of Eyes. Alright, so we're in here for the last trick. And since we're coming to the end, if anybody is still watching that hasn't commented, if you want to comment what game you would like to see streamed here on the channel, go ahead and throw that in the comment section. And we will hopefully put that on a short list of stuff we'll get to. Plus, you'll be entered in to win a copy of Seas of Strife. So, please do that. Alright, so we'll start off here with a 7. So, play one of our trumps. We need to win 3, so we should probably just play the 2. And then we have 8. Oh, yeah. We're going to hopefully win. Okay, we're back. Back in the winning column. Playing 6. We don't need to play the 6, though. We'll just play at 3. We're going to need at least 3. 6. Oh, bad. Alright. So, definitely not looking to discard any right now. So I guess we're going to keep going. A 1. Oh, I don't have any trump. Dang. Alright. Let's go ahead and use the King of Leaves now to look at the top card and exchange it with the card in my hand. Ooh, like that. So then we'll win that one. I gotta win one of these 2. There's a winner with the trump. And there's a loser. Alright. So, ended on a good note. We're able to talk over Lady of Flowers to join Northwood. Oh, Kyle. Yes, Savage Bull is definitely a short one on the list, too. So, good point. But looking at our points, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points, which is half of what a gold would be, and still quite a few points off of that. So as you can see, it's definitely not the easiest game to win. I mean, it's still a lot of randomness. You're flipping a card, but still gives you a trick-taking feel. And I talked about on our last episode of Tricky, we're talking about kind of intro games. I think this is a good one for people who want to learn more about how to look at your hand and analyze it and how to bid. Because basically what you're doing each round is making a bid of how strong you think your hands are and changing the trump and stuff. So I think it's really cool, really fun. The game also comes with a little booklet you can kind of show of scenarios you can do that kind of increase the difficulty, which is a fun little thing. You can kind of go through and fill it out and try to complete each different scenario at different levels, which is really nice. And overall, it's just a cute little package. I think you can get it on Amazon right now for like $15. You can also get it, of course, other places. So, one, if you're definitely interested, to go check out, because you don't need anybody else to be interested in it. It's just only you playing a solo trick taking game. So, but definitely thanks everybody for watching. Looks like we only had 2 chatters, so it's gonna be between Kyle and Matt. So we will pull out the wheel and put in Kyle's name and put in Matt's name. And for some reason, it's doing a third. Gotta delete that. There we go, Matt. And click. Hey, it was Matt. So sorry, Kyle. I think you're still in the stream, but looks like Matt won it. Uh, but we will hopefully be back next week. Oh, it's not clear again. Hopefully be back next week with more of us around over here once everybody comes back from DomeCon. They may still be recovering by Wednesday. I know that can be a lot of not only time spent not sleeping, but also drinking. So Wednesday still might be a recovery day for them. But hopefully we'll have another stream going for you and have a few ideas of what people are wanting to see next. So for me, Derek, we're going to sign off for now. And thanks everybody for watching. All right, bye.